Hello everybody, I am your education faculty Salima Tehseen. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is curriculum design and development. So if you are going to understand this topic wonderfully, then you are going to form a beautiful base for your UGC NET examination, SET examinations, B.Ed and also M.Ed examination. So without further delay, let's understand what it is. So if we come to the meaning of curriculum, first of all we are going to looking at what it etymologically means. Etymologically means the word, the study of word. So if we are doing so, we are going to understand the word curriculum has been derived from the word career. What is career? Career means to run or course of running. This gives us modern understanding of curriculum as a course of study that students follow throughout their educational journey. So you see here, when we are telling that curriculum is to run, means it is basically showing you the methods, the approaches, the learning experiences. Altogether, it's a curriculum. So please understand here, curriculum is a broader sense of syllabus. In syllabus, you are going to learn only the content which has to be learned in a particular subject, but whereas in curriculum you are going to see all the educational experiences, all the activities that going to be happen in the academic journey, isn't it? And what the content you are going to follow. So this is your curriculum. As it is essence, curriculum represents all the planning, learning experiences. As of now, just I have told you that an educational institution provides to help students achieve specific learning outcomes. It's not just a list of subjects, but a comprehensive framework of learning. Means here you are going to learn how to teach, what to teach, when to teach, to whom you are going to teach. Everything is going to be understand here, right? So what is the nature of curriculum? Dynamic, flexible, continuous, comprehensive. This is the dynamic nature of curriculum. So it is changes time to time. It won't be like fixed for all the time. As the need of the children grows, curriculum needs to be changed, right? So you might have seen that what you have learned I haven't, and what I haven't learned my elder sisters or my mother was not, isn't it? So this is the dynamic and flexible nature of curriculum, and it is continuous. Means every academic area that has to be follow a curriculum, because it is a framework. Without any outline map, you are not going to enter into the world, right? Then it is a comprehensive. Comprehensive means everything will be discussed in detail, like how you are going to teach the students, okay, what activities you are going to include in it, right? So you see here, next we are going to looking at what is the difference between, or what is the changes that we see between the curriculum and the syllabus. So curriculum is a complete framework, a comprehensive educational plan that includes learning goals, teaching strategies, assessments, and the overall educational philosophy. It always answers you what should student learn, how should they learn it, and why it is important. So see, if I tell you in a vivid manner, you see curriculum is a base of three things: psychology, philosophy, and sociology. Now You might be wondering and why it is like that. So first you see, just now I told you that what should student learn? It is a question, and that question can be answered through philosophy, isn't it? Then next thing is, how should they learn? So it basically, we are going to talk about like how our children are, right? So you are going to understand the learner. That means it is connected with psychology and why it is important. Important, the word relates with the needs, isn't it? What is important for you, whatever you need, that is important for you. So it is something related to your society sociology. So curriculum is a base on psychology, philosophy as well as sociology. Okay, then next we are going to move towards syllabus. What is syllabus? Syllabus is a subject matter, only subject matter, a detailed outline of topic, content area, subject matter to be covered in a specific course or subject. It is essentially a list of what will be taught. It's just giving you the content, that's all. Whereas in a curriculum, you are going to see the methods, the learning experiences, the activities has to be conducted. But here you are going to just see the subject matter. If I take the example of your college building will be considered as curriculum, because there will be office room, there will be administrative room, libraries will be there, classrooms will be there. So it is a comprehensive one. But when you come to your classroom, it is the only the subject teacher's classroom, that's all. When that teacher leaves the classroom, that will be gone with the teacher. Next teacher comes, the next subject will be start. So here you can consider syllabus as a confined term. Alright. Next we have the 4 essential components of curriculum. What are these 4 essential components? Essential components, we can consider it as the 4 pillars on which the curriculum stands, because based on this components a curriculum is going to be designed. Okay, it's basically about the curriculum design. So first thing is objectives. You are also coming to my classroom and you are listening my class, that means there is certain objective behind it. You want to learn about curriculum, that's why you are there in my classroom, right? So I too have certain objectives behind teaching this topic. When I teach you this topic, I suppose that my children must equipped with the knowledge of what curriculum is, what is the nature of curriculum, and what are the essential component of the curriculum, what is the distinction between curriculum and the syllabus. So this is my objectives, isn't it? We can consider as goals or aims. So objectives can be clear, measurable learning goals that define what students should know, understand and able to do. These include cognitive, affective and psychomotor domains of learning. So basically what I am telling you, you are going to measure the goals, means how you were before the class and what you are after the class. Okay, and it should be clear. There should not be no I want this, it should not be like that. All right, then next thing is, what can you do after learning about curriculum? Okay, and if we are going to focus on those things, and then the first thing comes in our mind is cognitive. You are going to deal with mental abilities, right? Next thing is affective domain, that is something where you are going to connect with my emotions. And psychomotor, it always deals with your efforts, what you are going to do with your body. Okay, next thing is content. The second pillar is content. What should be included? Now I have chosen the topic curriculum, so I have told you what my objectives are. Then the second thing is what I am going to teach in the classroom. Okay, that subject matter can be considered. So the subject matter, knowledge, skill, concept that will be taught. This includes facts, principles, theories, and information. So these are the combined things that we are going to include in content. Now I have taught you. Now I'm going to question you, because through this I'm gonna first we'll see the learning experiences. After content, I'm going to provide you certain activities, so that these strategies helps the students to acquire knowledge and skills what the subject matter has been taught. Okay, and this includes teaching methods, learning activities, and educational resources. I may ask you to go to the library, or I'm going to use certain specific methods for teaching, or am I going to include certain specific learning activities for you. Okay, this is how I am going to create learning experiences for the child or the student to acquire the knowledge and skills. Last but not least, I'm going to check whether my objectives are achieved or not, and this process can be considered as evaluation. Here I'm going to use certain method for assessing students' progress and curriculum effectiveness. Isn't it? This includes formative and summative assessment, feedback mechanisms, and continuous improvement processes. So here what I'm doing, meanwhile I'm asking you, is it okay? Are you following me? Are you understanding me? So these are the certain questions. This is also can be considered as a tool for assessment. Okay, while I'm taking the class, I'm also looking at you that what you have understood. Okay, next we are moving towards the 4 stages of curriculum development. So first is formulation of objectives. The 4 components are nothing but the 4 stages. Okay, so first one is formulation of objectives. So please do remember a formula: O P I E. Okay, O stands for objectives, P stands for planning, I stands for implementation, E stands for your evaluation. Okay, O P I E, right? So first you see O stands for objective formulation. Here you are going to a foundation stage, like where educators identify what students need to learn. This involves analyzing learners' needs, societal expectations, subject matter requirements to create specific measurable learning outcomes. So here I am going to see what I can do for my students, means what they actually need, and accordingly I have to form the objectives, right? Next we are going to see selection of the content. I'm not going to tell you all the relevant matter present over there in the books. I'm going to select certain matter which is going to be very relevant for you. See, I'm dealing with, like, for example, if I'm going to teach you for any competitive examination, I cannot tell you all the things which are there in the textbook. I'm going to looking at the specific content which is very very important or frequently asked in the previous year, right? So this is how the teacher or educator is going to select the content. So choosing appropriate subject matter that aligns with the objectives. Content must be relevant, age appropriate, and sequenced logically. This stage considers scope and sequence of the topic. So you are going to arrange the topic in a sequence so that student shall not get confused. and there should not be any problem in understanding it as it is. All right, next thing is implementation. Here we have plan, and next step is implementation, that is I. So here you are organizing learning experiences. Now I have set the objectives. Now I have selected the content. Now next I am going to present in front of you. This is the practical aspect. So what I am going to do here, designing effective teaching methods, activities and resources that help student achieve the objectives. This includes selecting instructional strategies, creating learning materials and planning assessment activities. So here, like we have seen, as a teacher you might have seen in the school, and you are doing the same thing with your students, that you are creating some TLMs for them, you are creating certain activities, some lab experiments for them. So all those things comes under this organizing learning experiences. Last part we have is evaluation and feedback. This is very important component, or you can see the stage of curriculum development, because without evaluation, not only in the education field but whatever field you choose, evaluation and feedback is very important. Nowadays, even if you are ordering or buying a simple shampoo also from a newly established company, they are also going to ask feedback for you through different methods or mediums, like they are mailing you, they are sending you certain links to fill in the forms. Alright, so these are the things that you are going to see in the feedback session. So continuously assessing the effectiveness of the curriculum, whether what objectives we have framed, are we going to achieve that, right? Through students' performance. Basically you are working on something, and that person will tell you that is it really working or not, right? So the teacher's feedback is very important. And stakeholder input shall be there. Now who is the stakeholders? Like you might have heard the share market or shareholders in a company, right? What are the shareholders? Shareholders means one who have invest their money in that company, and they have certain amount share of that particular company's profit or loss, right? So here also stakeholder means the person whose contribution is very important here, like parents, isn't it? Community members, right? So their input shall be there, their effort shall be there. Okay, this creates a feedback loop for ongoing improvement. When everybody is joining together, then there is a possible and effective improvement in the curriculum designing and development, right? So next thing is the hidden curriculum, what students really learn. Now I am teaching you curriculum, right? So are you just learning what is curriculum and what the differences and all? No, you are even observing the accent I am using, the way I talk, the examples I am taking. So this is something which is hidden, though you are learning. So understanding the invisible lessons. You are also learning the teaching method from me. You are also learning, the pauses that I am taking. Alright. So this is something which is invisible, but even though you are learning. Okay. So here you see the hidden curriculum refers to the unwritten, unofficial lessons and values that students learn through the school environment, culture and daily interactions. Yes, many things that children usually speak after coming to home from the school, like we have never talked in the home, but they have learned from the school. So it is something which is not officially written anywhere, but the student has learned it. Unlike the former curriculum, these lessons are observed indirectly through experiences, right? And how it works? Students learn these lessons through curriculum, culture, and atmosphere. What behavior are rewarded or discouraged? Miss, you see why always everybody wants that. If who has written this notes very beautifully, so everybody raise their hand. They want to be praised, isn't it? So they learn that which particular behavior is accepted, isn't it? Then teacher student interaction, communication style, and relationship dynamics. So how our relationship should be, and how what is the communication style. I should be very formal to the teacher, and I can be informal with my mother. This is something which the student learn through this hidden curriculum. And peer relationship, why they are too informal with their friends. They can ask anything without hesitation to their friends. They can take anything from their bags, right? So this is something. Social hierarchies of the groups. Who are the elders, and who are the younger ones, who are my same age group people. These are something which they are going to learn through the hidden curriculum. Now, what are the major curriculum theories? Four perspectives are there. I told you that we are going to focus on three things, that is psychology, philosophy, and sociology. Here you can see academic rationalist theories are there, cognitive process theories are, social reconstructionist, experiential learning. Okay, so what is academic rationalist? Traditional academic subjects and disciplines. So examples we can take that the grade book programs. Okay, so it emphasizes the importance of classical subjects like literature, mathematics, science, history. So this is somewhere you are going to learn from where we have evolved, right? And this is something you can say that the how we believe that education should transmit accumulated knowledge and wisdom of human civilization. Obviously you have learned many things from your parents, and what you have learned from your parents, the same you are going to pass to the next generation of yours. Yes. Next thing is cognitive process. It deals with thinking skills and mental process. So it prioritizes developing students' ability to think critically, solve problems, learn how to learn. Content is less important than teaching student how to process information and develop intellectual skills. See, everything is not going to be or not has to be said. Something you are going to looking as a logical things, and you are going to understand by themselves. So here in the cognitive process we are going to deal with such theories. Then social reconstructionist. So here social change and justice. Here you are going to teach the students that you are a very integral part of the society, and you have to raise your voice against the injustice going on in the society, because you are educated and you know the difference between what is right and wrong. Next part is experiential learning, that is the real life experiences, the hands-on experiences that has to be provided. So believing learning through should be connected to student lives and interest. Yes. See, nowadays the children and the kids are eating food only single mean, that is watching mobile phones, and mothers are very comfort with that they are the child is feeded, that's all, that is important, right? But if you see the same scenario 20 years back, then you might have seen that mother was taking the child outside the home and showing the bird and making the child eat. So here the difference is what is the learner's need and how they are providing, that is important. Okay, so this is how we are going to understand the learning theories or experiential learning. Now, what are the key takeaways mastering curriculum concept? First, you are going to understand curriculum is comprehensive. You have learned that curriculum is very comprehensive because it is not just going to deal with the subject content, but it is going to tell you, or it is based on philosophy, psychology, and sociology. You are going to understand the child, and likewise, you are going to use the methods. You are going to understand what is the importance of what you are going to teach, right? What society needs, what is the requirement of the society. So here I am gonna give you a simple example that, see, previously we thought that we should not tell a boy about periods, menstrual cycle of a girl, but now everything has changed. From 8th class onwards, they are going to teach these kind of topics. Why? Because this society is witnessing the high rape cases, isn't it? So when the boy has that curiosity, we should make him learn, understand what the pain is going through the girl is, right? So this is something what you need to understand here. So based on these societal evils, everything, the sociological foundation will be based here. And what, how the IQ level is just tremendously, we are witnessing that how tremendously the IQ level is increasing of this generation. They can operate the gadgets like anything, right? So this basis, what we need to teach them, how we need to deal with these students, right? Next thing is, syllabus is just one piece. It's just one piece of curriculum. Multiple learning dimensions. What is the multiple learning dimensions? Here, effective curriculum builds not just knowledge but also develops critical thinking skills. Okay, social values, personal character, both formal means you are not going to learn only what is taught but also something hidden. So with this, I'm gonna take a leave. If you like this class, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.